Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my channel again. It's Zach. Here we're going to be doing a little something called trim work on the baseboard. So what we've got here, I've been doing the trim down here in the bottom landing and ran into a little bit of an issue. I think I might have gotten a little too cute over here doing the angled cuts and tried to do a little piece over here in this corner, and I think that piece is just causing some problems because I didn't cut it right, and now I've got this ugly unsightly gap here. So I think what we're going to do is try to just replace this piece because obviously we can't make it longer. So I'm just going to cut a straight edge on this side so that way it just butts in here to the corner. And I don't think it'll be too unsightly because it's just going to be a very tiny gap here between the door trim and the baseboard. So let's get started. So first step, as with any woodworking project here, is we're going to want to measure. And as my pops always said, you want to measure twice and cut once. So over here in the corner, we're sitting pretty right at about 86.5 inches. So that's going to be our mark for cutting this new piece of wood here. So let's go ahead and run with 86.5. It may be a bit long, but you know what? Rather be longer than shorter because I may have said this before, but you can't make the wood longer once you cut it. All right, let's jump right in. All right, Xana Nation, we're back. This is my garage, or as I like to call it, I like the place. It's the place where the magic happens. So here's my my workbench here. I got a new piece of trim, all sitting pretty, ready to get going here. Let's cut this bad boy up. All right, so we're gonna make our first cut here, first incision, as it were, and we're gonna do the far left angled cut here first, because we don't have to measure this one now. It just needs to be at the far left side, and we just want to make sure we have enough usable wood remaining to do the rest of the cut. So I've set my chop saw here, which is a Ryobi, to the 45-degree angle, paired with the other 45-degree angle on the other cut of trim. It should fit in that corner nicely and be nice and snug. So let's go ahead and give it a cut. Here goes nothing. There she is. Look at that cute looking angle. It's not a cute, actually. It's obtuse. Well, no. All right, so we got that first cut made over here. It's looking nice and pretty. We got to now make sure that we get the correct length on the other end of this. And remember, we're going to do a straight cut on this end because it's just going to butt into that corner. So what we want to remember here is we did measure from the corner. So that is going to be, imagine my hand is a wall here. So this is like, pretend it's a wall. So this is the other wall, and this is like the corner. So we're going to measure from this far point here all the way down to get 86.5 inches on the dot. Alrighty, so I measured it out from the corner. It's hard to do with one hand, so I had to put the phone down. Excuse me. Here we got that mark here. It's on the edge because I had to measure from that corner and not from the angled end on this side. So that right there is our mark, 86.5 inches. I'm going to get my handy dandy speed square here, an essential tool for any woodworker. If you're thinking about getting into this sort of thing, I highly recommend picking one of these up. Makes cutting straight lines nice and easy. So if we just, this is my left hand. That was also hard to do with one hand, so I went ahead and cut our line here. This is where we're going to be cutting this bad boy. I have set the angle back to 0, as you can see. Previously we had it at 45. 0, actually, easy way to remember this is the algebraic term for an absence of an angle is 0. So the math heads out there, that's kind of an easy way to remember that. I don't know, I'm kind of a nerd myself. As you can see on this this saw, we've got a handy little light that shows where the blade's going to be cutting exactly, and we want it to be right on that line. So I got to move this over just a little bit. I'm a bit OCD, so you know I got to have it nice and precise. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's give it a cut. Let it rip. Alrighty, there she is. Let's go put her in place, see how she looks. Okay, we've got the new piece in place. Let's see how she looks. Okay, in the corner here, as you can see, there is that little gap I was talking about. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. No one's going to notice that, and we might be replacing this door trim anyways. So over here, the length, obviously there's some gappage from the wall, but once we find the studs and get this nailed in, that's going to be just fine. That'll suck that right in. Over here in the corner, these are the tricky parts. You can see there is still a little bit of a gap. That's kind of expected because under here you can see the floor is not level because this house was made by boomers, and don't get me started. All right, let's just leave it at that. But I'll put some trim sealant in here. some caulking that'll make that look nice and good. All in all, I think it's a job well done. All right, and there you have it. So, I mean, there's still some work to be done here. We got to nail it in. We got to get the sealant over there on the corners. But you know what? I'm not going to bore you guys with that stuff. I just want to give a huge shout out to all my fans, all my followers. Thank you so much. You guys keep me going, keep me young. So, thanks for stopping by. See you next time.